king's not dead. He's just getting old in the tooth and retiring. And so there's a new king that is inheriting his kingdom, and that is the consumer. So we have to change our mindset, and that's what I was talking about. A lot of this stuff about technology is about changing our mindset from we have a piece of technology, we have a piece of content. If we push it out hard enough, people will buy it. That type of mindset to a consumer point of view. So I'm a consumer. What do I want right now? And what do I want to see it on? So that's why the consumer is king. That's why we're seeing some of these former enemies of OTT and traditional media companies doing business together now, because they realize that consumers are starting to not only create their own content, but also demand their content in ways that are meaningful and accessible to them. So multi-screen it's an expression of the personalization of technology, first of all. So we've already seen how people interact with their mobile phones. They're probably one of the most important tools that they use on a daily basis. So there's a very personal interaction with the mobile phone. There's also a former relationship with the television, but now we're seeing the television and their most personal device being used together. And they can be used separately, but more and more, and where we see the opportunity is how do they interact with each other. So the second device could be the mobile phone, but it could also be a tablet. But then look at all the multiple devices in between. So it's where does the line between a smartphone and a tablet end? The form factors are going all over the place. So the second screen is a broad category. It also includes laptops, and implicit in that is that it's a more connected device traditionally, but now we see television connected, so we can interact with the two devices. Now the broad differences in primary and second screen are the primary screen is going to be used for static or long form content. It's still going to be used for that. The secondary screen is more about discovery, and that's what adds the personalization layer. That's where the consumers get the idea that they want to stop watching Mad Men right now and they want to switch over to Game of Thrones. They see something on their Facebook news feed that says, you know what, I'm tired of Don Draper, I want to go and watch the Dragons. So the second screen really makes the primary screen become more personalized. I think it's very prescient of what's going on in the marketplace, right? So cloud, CDN, TV in the cloud, on-demand TV, it's going to have to, it's what's going to drive the next evolution of CDN services, right? So cloud always implies sort of a pervasive environment and a geographically dispersed environment and an on-demand environment. And so bringing CDNs into that mindset goes a long way to what I'm talking about with personalization and seeing things from the consumer point of view. Because the cloud is essentially, at heart, it remains almost a financial model, which is on-demand, usage-based, what I want, where I want. And CDNs have to learn to adapt to the ramifications of that. So you're spot on with combining the two events.